main event is definitely going to be a little bit later tonight, overnight tonight. So if you don't have a way to get watches and warnings, you definitely need to have a way to get those watches and warnings as we head into the next really couple of hours or so. But let's go ahead and bring back up radar for you guys so we can look at this. So we still have this watch, or this warning, excuse me, this tornado warning for parts of Rowan County, and that's going to continue. Also includes parts of Elliott County. So this goes until 2:45. Starting to become more of a cluster though. Let me bring up a different radar site there. But it does have a history of producing some damage based on reports that we got from the National Weather Service. So we're going to continue to watch this. I'm not sure if they're going to continue this or let it expire because it's now starting to move a little bit out of the red box. But if you are in the Elliotttville community, it's definitely packing a punch right now. It's bringing very heavy rain, very gusty winds. This is along 32, 134, minor community. Go ahead and get in that safe place. If you live along 32 as we head into parts of Elliott County, you need to be in your safe place. I don't think this will clip. Doesn't look like it's going to clip parts of Morgan County now. I think it's moving way more southeast. But it could be moving into parts of Johnson County. So we'll have to watch that. But like I said, it's starting to become a little bit more disorganized, starting to look a little bit more like a cluster of storms kind of all together. And if I bring up velocity, it's kind of hard to see a couplet now. I don't really see a strong couplet. Those lighter greens, though, that we're seeing just indicate very, very gusty winds. So it could be producing some straight line winds, which sometimes can do just as much damage as a tornado. So if you still need to be in your safe place. If you live along 173, if you live along 32, heading into parts of Elliott County, just go ahead and get in that safe place, and you can see those very just lighter green. Not seeing a lot of reds with it. Usually you want those reds and those greens together in order to see kind of a couplet or show rotation. But right now we're just seeing those greens. So hopefully we'll see this expire here in the next 15 minutes or so. But of course we're going to continue to stay on it with you guys, especially for those in Rowan County, as we continue to watch the storms push down east. But if you are in the Hayes Crossing community, if you live along I-64, the Gates community, you guys are looking okay right now. It looks like maybe another little storm moving into your area. That doesn't look severe though by any means. This will continue just right over Elliotttville. So if you are still along the Sideway community, I know you guys aren't technically, or you guys are in that. So if you're in the Sideway community, this is more in Elliott County. And Beartown, you're kind of getting just some really heavy rain and probably some gusty winds right now. This is still really over Elliotttville. From the National Weather Service, they said some trees down and debris along I-64 near mile marker 143. That's in Rowan County. That's in the, says 1 mile kind of east-northeast of Cranston. So a spotter has reported some trees down and maybe even some debris. So I don't know if there possibly could have been a tornado touchdown there. So if you guys been with me this whole time, you've noticed that we had that pretty strong hook echo earlier and saw kind of that red and that green couplet on velocity. But right now we're not really seeing that. It's kind of more of a cluster, but some very, very heavy rain though still in the Elliotttville community along 173, 32. And if you're in that minor community, just go ahead and get in that safe place right now. So this is moving into your area. This is going to be moving into parts of Elliott County here in a little bit and could possibly be moving into Lawrence and Johnson County. But you're starting to see really just kind of a cluster of some heavy rain. Not really seeing that hook anymore. Not really seeing a couplet. It's kind of hard to see. Zooming out a little bit, really just seeing that very gusty winds, that kind of lighter green that we were talking about. Just now it's a little bit more south of Elliotttville. That's why we're seeing that lighter green there. So just very, very gusty winds. And like I said, sometimes those straight line winds can do just as much damage. And that's kind of what we're expecting as we head into tonight as well. So we're going to have to stay weather aware starting now and as we head throughout the overnight hours. So keep those phones charged, keep them on, keep them loud in case we need you guys to go to your safe place. So we're seeing the very strong green right there on that border though. So if you're kind of in the sun, I'm going to zoom out so you guys can see that Rowan County, like right in this area. So if you are more towards the southeastern part of the county. Still need to be in that safe place as we still have that tornado warning there for you guys, but mostly just seeing very strong winds, not really seeing rotation, but seeing very strong winds, and that's starting to move into parts of Elliott County. It's continuing to push southeast, so we'll have to watch this as it could possibly clip parts of Lawrence County. But like I said, it's not really showing a big couplet right now, starting to look a little bit more like a cluster as I bring up single site there for you guys. I'll bring up radar one more time. You can see we're not really seeing that hook like we were seeing a little bit ago. But there's kind of another storm about to move into Moorhead. We just got storms really all along I-64 right now, and just some very heavy rain. I know we have some warnings over there near Charleston. They just have a flash flood warning. They had a tornado warning in that area a little bit ago, but it looks like that has expired. And I think we're going to see this tornado warning expire here in the next about 10 minutes or so, as the storm really continues to push into parts of Elliott County. So it's going to continue to push out of Rowan County. But as we zoom out, we are still going to be watching these storms that are now popping up. Just issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Elliott, Morgan, and Rowan. So they do have tornado possible on it. That's until 3:15. So we're going to stay on with you guys as this is going to move into parts of Morgan County. It does have a history of producing a tornado, so we're definitely going to stay on with you guys as we get this. But I'm going to social this out for us here at YMT really quick. But once again, that tornado warning will expire here in the next 10 minutes. But we are going to continue to see the severe thunderstorm warning, but then they put a tornado tag possible on it. So we're going to kind of stay on it as we head into the next release. How it does. So let me go ahead and put this out on social media though for everyone. But we still have that tornado warning that expires in 10 minutes, but they're going to keep the severe thunderstorm warning, but they put a tornado possible tag on it. So usually we like to stay on with those as this has a history of producing some damage up along I-64. So we're going to continue to keep that, and hopefully we'll start to get a little bit more information from the National Weather Service. It sounds like they have a spotter out in that area. But once again, it has a tornado tag possible on it for Rowan and Morgan County until 3:15. So we are going to continue to stay on this with you guys. But here it is, kind of a look at it again. So you see that severe thunderstorm warning now. It has almost all of Elliott County, a sliver of parts of Morgan County though now. But this is just for those of you in Morgan County. I know if you're in West Liberty, you get a little bit scared when there's severe storms. Now this is expected to be east of West Liberty. If you're in West Liberty, you're okay right now. Stay weather aware, but right now you're okay. You're not in this warning at all. Just wanted to let you guys know that if you are in West Liberty and Morgan County, you are okay right now. But we still have this. It looks like that tornado warning just expired, so some good news. But like I said, the severe thunderstorm warning still has a tornado tag possible on it. It's capable of producing a tornado. We know that it had some damage along I-64 up in Rowan County earlier. Not really showing that hook anymore. So that is some good news, but it is still kind of packing a punch. Right now it's mostly in Elliott County, but it will be moving into parts of Morgan County. So it's still moving southeast at about 35 miles per hour. So we'll go ahead and track this out for you guys and see where you need to be. So if you're in the Ridge community, I'm pretty sure it's in Elliott County. Go ahead and get in your safe place if you are in Elliott County watching us. The Roscoe community, 251. The Moon community, that's right on the line of Elliott and Morgan County, that's 258. Silver Hill, 306, that's also in Morgan County. And this could be moving into parts of maybe Johnson-ish. We'll wait till we get there. Right now, we're just kind of keeping an eye on Rowan and Morgan County, but this is continuing to push out of Rowan, and honestly, it kind of looks like it's moving more into parts of Elliott. It doesn't really look like right now that it's moving a whole lot, but if you're right on that line of Elliott County into Morgan County, you definitely need to be in your safe place, as this is going to kind of cut you right there. It's starting to move I feel like a little bit more this way instead of down, but we'll have to keep an eye. It was moving very down earlier, a lot more southeast.